It's Krystian Lewis checking in on my HILKIAH Show. Stay tuned.
Yo, welcome to the HILKIAH Show, where everyone deserves to be seen, loved, and heard. I am your host, HILKIAH. Listen, before I bring this guest out, I want to speak on my behalf on how I'm doing mentally. This past week, I actually been doing great mentally, but I also been reminiscing about my first crush. Yes, I know, HILKIAH he got the crush. Back in 7th grade, I used to be deeply in love with this young lady, man. She was very short. She was petite. She was round like a basketball, right? I remember this one time, and shout out this young lady named Miss Aisha Morris, man. I remember this one time when she asked me, she said, "It's either me or basketball," and I chose basketball. And I still don't know why I did that, because years later, basketball didn't work out for me. It hurt me to the core, seeing all my peers amongst me get tall as I stayed short like a little minion. I always had aspirations of taking it far, even to a D1 level. But luckily, I have somebody perfect here to speak on being a life of a basketball player. Not only being a basketball player, but being a high major basketball player. I feel like I should let him in here. I think so. Yeah, let me bring her. Appreciate you, bro. K-Lou. Hey, y'all, this is K-Lou, man. If y'all didn't know, man, Mr. 18.1 played the game for the Warhawks, man. And he just tends to pop out. Like I always tell him, I appreciate you for popping out, bro. You doing great things. He on his way to the league. Don't hop on the bandwagon, y'all. Because y'all ain't been rocking with me, an underdog, man. But, man, before we get into everything, how are you mentally, man? Because that's very important to me.
I've been really good mentally. I think that this journey that I'm on, it's kind of taking me up and down. It's been crazy. It's been good. It's been bad. But I think right now my mental is great. My health is great. I think that my health is a reflection of my mental health. But mental health is a big thing right now in the world, especially for men. But right now, man, I'm all good. I'm ready. I'm set.
So mentally, the mental health being a big issue for men. Why do you feel like men don't really just show their emotions or try to run to somebody for mental help?
I believe that men just kind of, we've always been put out to society and put out to society as a rock. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I think we're looked at as people and humans that don't feel emotion. We're supposed to be that steadiness for everybody, I believe. And man, nobody is running to a man and asking him, hey, or no man is meeting up in a group and with other men and like, hey, this is how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we've always just been looked at like that. So why change it now? What's going to be the difference now? I think that now that with the suicide rates and things like that and all those things, mental health awareness and things like that, now that it's coming to a light for men, I think that men are trying to now, hey man, like we need to talk about this. This needs to be talked about more.
So you coming from a single mother, right? She tried her best to teach you man responsibilities, right? And to the point where she become hyper independent. So who was that source that you ran to for men, men reflection, like wanting to be a man? Who was that one person, man, in your life that you was like, man, I need to go to him for men advice?
I'd say definitely my grandfather. And then I've had multiple men in my life. Like there hasn't been just one single person. I'd say the biggest group of men that I've been around around that have always helped me and taught me well as coaches. Man, I build a big relationship with every coach that I've had, man, and I think that's been a great thing for me. It's helped me even with basketball. We talked a little bit about Coach Jones before.
Yeah,
like Coach Jones has always been a big mentor for me. But behind the scenes, man, like Coach Ortadius Brass, he's an assistant coach at Wiseman, and man, he's like a father to me. You know, so he's always been that guy. Like, hey man, like how you doing? Like, this how you need to go about doing this. This how you need to be with this. He's always been that role model for me, and I feel like, you know, he's helped me come a long way as far as growing and being a man.
So you mentioned Casey Jones, Coach Jones, man. If people don't know, you actually won the state championship in 2023, correct?
2024.
2024. My bad, my apologies. You came under a lot of great players that played with you, like players like Trey Mason, Zion Weeks. So walk me through that championship day when you knew that y'all was bringing that ring home. You still remember that?
Yeah. I mean, man, I like you said, bro. Like I've been on 2 teams that went to the top 28. I previously played for a championship in 2022. So I've been to the top 28 multiple times. The top 28, for most people that don't know, is the semifinals and final game. So man, I've been to Lake Charles all 4 years. Like, so it was normal.
Yeah.
I think that just with that year, what was so different about that year was definitely just the way that we were all in tune with what was going on. I think that we took a tough loss to Carroll before going into the playoffs, losing in the district championship, and I think that kind of like turned us up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It lit a fire for us, and man, we got on a path to where it was, hey, it's basketball, it's all or nothing at this point. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to. I know me personally, like I did not want to go out my senior year without a championship. Man, I had been down there 3 years, like I said, man, and just couldn't get it done. But it was just like it became a regular thing.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, hey, this is the standard. Like we get down there, you do what you do. It's just another top 28 appearance. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's not what I wanted it to be, especially my senior year. So man, we locked in. We call ourselves the 22-day boys. We locked in for 22 days straight, leading up to the championship. And man, that night, like my dreams came true. Man, what I had been working for my whole life, it kind of, it all came together.
So, do y'all have a rivalry with Ouachita? It was ever a Wiseman versus Ouachita thing, or no?
I think people have rivalries with us.
You think so?
I think the only rivalry that's really instilled is Carroll. But I think that people, I don't want to I've never been the cocky type, so I don't want to say something and then people feel some type of way. But man, like I feel like people have rivalries with us. I feel like we're the people in the city with a target on our back. Yeah. Every time we step on the court, I think that everybody looks at us and like, hey, we want to beat them. Yeah. You know, if every team in Monroe can choose a basketball program to beat every year, if you could win one basketball game in Monroe against any team you could choose, they're gonna choose Wiseman every day. You know what I'm saying? So, man,
you also committed to the University of Louisiana Monroe. Warhawks, go Warhawks. So walk me through that time in your life. What made you commit to ULM? Like, what was that leading role that said, you know what? Because you could have went the JUCO route. Yeah, you was on your way to going JUCO.
Well, I did go junior.
You did go to JUCO.
I did go to JUCO.
And then you made that transition to ULM. So how was that whole runabout?
So my freshman year of college, I played at Pearl River Community College in Poplarville, Mississippi. Okay. Man, that was a great year for me. I averaged 15 points per game. I was second team all conference. We made it to the region championship and lost to the number 4 team in the country. Yeah. On that team, they had 5 guys out of their starting 5. All 5 won Division I. Yeah. So it was a really good team that we played against. Early on in that year, before the season even started, I earned 3 Division I offers before I even played a college game. And man, I ultimately it ultimately came down to Tarleton State in Stevensville, Texas, and then it came down to University of Louisiana, Lafayette. I chose Lafayette. Coach Zimmerman was a big role model for me also. So he was down there, and he was a head associate coach, and so I kind of liked the staff. I liked everything that they had going on there. They're playing for me, and so I kind of chose there. And man, the season played out how it did. The coach that was at University of Louisiana Lafayette, he got let go. Coach Zimmerman became the interim head coach for the time being, and then he didn't get the job, and so I had reopened my recruitment. Coach Quantis White came over from the University of Houston and became the head coach at Lafayette. We had some conversations about me staying, and then it ultimately came down to me just being more committed to the staff that was there previously. And so I just chose to kind of move on, and so I reopened my recruitment, gained a lot of traction. It came down to ULM and Louisiana Tech. I love Louisiana Tech staff, but ULM was just, it felt like it's home, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the opportunity there that presented itself was to change the program. Like, that was my thing, was to change the standard of people always say, like, I haven't seen a Monroe kid come through University of Louisiana Monroe in a long time and be, the guy. That guy. You know what I'm saying? So I think that for me, I looked at it from a standpoint of hope. They kind of like let people know, like, hey, you can come and be a star here, like in your own city. Like, you don't have to go all way off, you know what I'm saying?
People don't understand how important that is. It's a feeling that you can replicate.
Because kids look up to that. I feel like kids look up to that when we had games where they would bring the schools out, the elementaries and middle schools, man. Like, I see so many kids that, like, I saw on a regular, when I was here previously. But man, like, it was great to see that many people and that I knew, and the people that pulled up to support. So
when it comes to your game play, right? People don't understand, as a sophomore, he averaged 18.1 or 18.3 points per game. Y'all, as a sophomore at a high Division I major college, just imagine if I was his type and I was averaging. Oh my God! Just imagine. Oh my God. So you being this great basketball player, right? You was one of the primary scorers for ULM. So who, like I asked you outside the camera, who do you model your game afterwards? And I want you to let the world know, because I told him, he said he had his NBA comparison, but he said he also had a Division I comparison. I feel like he should have no Division I comparison, because that's all him. But like he said, he's humble, and who do you?
Man, like you just said, bro, I watch all kinds of basketball. Me personally, I'm not the type of guy, like, I'm gonna compare myself to somebody that's already established and their name is already there. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and be like like I'm like Curry, or like I'm like KD, or like Devin Booker. Like, I'm not about to be. I think, and he's still great for his respective team. I think that he's gonna be like a face, in the league in the years to come. I'd say Tyrese Maxey for NBA comp. And then, man, like, I know you said don't say it, but man, like, I like to watch college basketball, and I like to look at the higher level Division I players that are playing and competing. And I think Colin Gillespie is one of the comps for me. From he played this previous year at Tennessee. So he was really tough. It was tough. There's a lot in both of our games that are alike. So I would say him. So.
Every star has to come to an end where they have to make a transition and leave that home to go pursue and be better than who they were when they was at home. It's like you had to clip your wings with Monroe, and it was hard to make that adjustment. And what I'm getting is, y'all, he entered the transfer portal. I know it's not that you're leaving them behind, but you leaving them behind, if that makes sense. And you making a decision to go to Tulane University in New Orleans. Okay. Like you told me, could you tell the viewers what made you make that decision, get to transfer portal and leaving to go to Tulane? Because it could, as an athlete, y'all don't really have nobody to vent to mentally, and that can take a real big toll on y'all. Yeah. So what made you, what was the mental like, and what was like the decision makers? Because a lot of people judge you by your decisions and not by your choices. They never really just hear you out by your choices.
Man, like it wasn't just something that was like out of selfishness. Yeah. It wasn't anything out of selfishness or out of spite. I'm grateful for the opportunity that I had at University of Louisiana, Monroe. Man, like I say that a lot of people don't realize and understand how the game is now and how the process is now. Man, like a lot of times when you see a player moving around multiple schools, like you're thinking like, oh, this dude's just trying to go make money. That's not the case with a lot of people. In some instances, it may be financial struggles back home. Like you have to go, hey, man, I got to put my family in the right position. Or it may be the coach doesn't want them. You know what I'm saying? Like coaches do that now. Like they used to do it a lot, but it was more so like, oh, that player's just leaving, he's transferring. But like coaches are now like, we have exit meetings at the end of the year. You sit down, you have a one-on-one meeting with the coach, and he tells you, hey, you either coming back or you're not. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of players are being put off of their team and thrown into the transfer portal by the coach. So it's not always, oh, this player's just trying to go make some money. Like that's not the case. But to get back on topic, man, just for me, the decision came towards right after the season was over. While I was in the season, man, like I'll say like I'm focused on just what's going on in their present. Like there's a saying, it's kind of cliche, but be where your feet are. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I stuck to that all season. I was where my feet were at all times. I was always focused on the present, you know what I'm saying? Not the future, not the past. It was hey, play this game, next game, figure out the scout, play that game, next game, figure out the scout, play that game. It was just an ongoing thing. I think the decision came when I kind of just sat back and then looked at things, and then my coach ended up getting let go. And we had some talks, and I had some talks with the athletic director at ULM, and I had a talk with the head coach, and it just were some things that weren't working for me. So I chose to kind of take the route that I'm now going on, you know what I'm saying? And just kind of, it's not so much as betting on myself. I think that God blessed me with discernment. I think that he showed me, hey, you can make this decision and live with it. You know what I'm saying? You can. This is a good decision to make. I think that you'll be great, you know, trying to get out there and putting yourself out there and seeing what comes of it. So
and as you was making all these decisions, and you also, like you said, be where your feet are, and you was actually living it, and you was actually like dancing and passionate about that advice, but that quote, you also had your mom on the backside of you, also your grandma. They gonna support you like crazy. If y'all don't know K-Lou, mama and grandma, oh, they gonna support him like crazy. They gonna make sure they K-Lou, you better go, you better go. And my thing is, you was rooted in God. One thing your mom, your grandma always made you realize that you better keep that relationship with God strong in order for you to go. So taking the advice they give you about God and you putting it into your own will, how was that for you?
I think that just staying rooted is the main thing. I like to tell a lot of people, bro, like everybody's not perfect.
Facts.
I get caught up in worldly temptations and worldly things a lot. You know, sometimes basketball takes my focus from what I'm trying to do with my walk with God. But at the end of the day, it's trying to stay focused on, you know, on being better with Him and having a relationship with Him. My mom and my grandmother do a great job of that. They send scriptures almost every day, probably every moment of the day. Man, they always kind of tell me, hey, make sure you're praying at night, make sure you're praying in the morning. They kind of keep me on all that stuff, but I've always been that type, man. Like, look, you know that having a relationship with God, that everybody knows, hey, man, you need to have a relationship with God. It's the fact of taking action. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people can take action and be like, hey, let me go pick up my Bible and read it, or let me go pray. Let me go hit my knees and pray. Not a lot of people can do that. So I think that just with playing basketball, and then my freshman year, going off to college, man, that's whenever it kind of hit me like, bro, I need to get in touch with God, because I was gone my first time being away from home for a while, and man, I used to leave for about 3-4 months straight and not see my people for 3-4 months straight, when I'm used to coming home to them every day.
It's crazy.
And so, you know, I used to sit in the dorm room and, man, just pray, like, hey, like, get me through this, continue to just guide me, and you know.
And my thing is, you being very rooted in God's word. Do you have a specific prayer, or better, a specific Bible verse that you really just kind of like take to heart?
Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I have a brand, Chosen.
Well, shut that up.
And so, I mean, I haven't really like launched anything with it and put it on no deal or nothing like that. But man, like Chosen, and that's my main scripture. It's kind of like a family thing, and so with the whole deal, man, and we put it on shirts sometimes. And
I got a question. Let me stop you right there. Chosen, right? That word is powerful. That's beyond it, powerful. Have somebody ever told you that you was chosen to be great?
All the time.
That's why you know that. It's always a connection. And who was that? My bad, but who was that person that told you, "Hey, Caleb, you chosen, boy. You chosen for something great in life"? Who was the first person that ever told you that?
My mom.
Your mom?
My mom. Hey, but and I think that's the thing. Like, I don't think that there's just one person that's chosen. I think everybody's chosen. Everybody's chosen, and that's why I think that it's a great deal for me, and it's a great word. It's a powerful word, because you're chosen. He's chosen. The lady that's over there making that, you know, she's chosen. So that's why I'm saying, like, everybody's chosen for a specific path, and I think that God sets each person on a specific path. You know what I'm saying? I think that when you look at those things and you look at who's chosen, it's not about if they're chosen, it's about what they're chosen for. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of people get it misconstrued with hey, that person might not be chosen, he ain't gonna do nothing in life. But every single person is chosen. I think the person sitting on the bridge, he gonna come to, you know, eventually, and he gonna realize, hey, this ain't the life. This ain't it. You know, this ain't how I want to live my life. So I'm gonna get up, and you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna fulfill my calling.
Do you feel like a lot is chosen, but a few is called to do something? I think
that's a powerful verse too. I think that a lot of people are chosen, but few are called. In a sense of calling, meaning, okay, hey, you're chosen, right? Okay, but this deal right here may not be for you. You know what I'm saying? But okay, so basketball is my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not chosen, or I'm not being called to come and do interviews with people and have this personality that's you know, out there. I think that that's a big thing. That's when you say calling, I feel like everybody's chosen, but few are called for certain things. Certain things. Like, this may not be my thing. Basketball may not be your thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it all falls in line.
So it's crazy that you mentioned basketball again, because I have this cousin named Logan. Oh, dog, I'm talking about the work. The whole Palm Block know about him. Man, I remember this one time I used to be young. I used to love going over his mama's house in that backyard to play basketball with him. I always used to tell him, "Hey, Logan, play with me. I beat you. I used to almost want to kill him to foul him so he won't score. He'll always shoot that thing." Have you ever had, no better yet, I feel like somebody is in that same lane that I am with you. Like, I'm gonna put it like this: Logan is you, and this other significant person I'm gonna tell you about is me. And that's your little brother. Man. And have it ever been a day where you just made him so frustrated about trying to whoop you 1-on-1? Man, walk me through it.
All the time. Like, I think that the biggest thing with my little brother is that he's a lot talented. He's a lot more talented than I was at his age. Now that comes with a little bit of cockiness. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
When you got people telling you, hey, you gonna be this, you gonna be that.
Yeah.
That comes with cockiness sometimes. So I'm always that person like, hey, I'm gonna humble you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let you know, hey, bro, like this is what you need to work on. This is what you need to do. You got to keep on. And he has people in his life. My mom, my grandpa. My grandpa is a big one for him because my grandpa played Division I basketball at Northwestern State.
Wow.
So he's always been that guy for me and him. And you know, it's more of like a humbling thing. It's not to make him frustrated or see him mad or see him upset. It's to let him know, hey, bro, you got a lot of work to do. You ain't there yet. I don't even think I'm there yet, you know, and I'm at a way further point than you. But he's going to continue to grow. I think that he's going to be a really, really good player. I think that he's playing on a really good team with a really good coach and coaches.
Yeah.
I think that he's going to continue to grow, and man, the sky is the limit for him.
We're diving deep here on the HILKIAH Show, but don't move. We got more coming up after the break. Welcome back, family. I got one question before we get back into this. Did you miss me? I know y'all miss me. And look who we got. Look who joined us. He was having an attitude. He was having an attitude this whole thing.
The show wasn't the same without me, the most sexy and most handsome and most capable.
There you go.
The show wasn't the same without me. And he started crying to me saying, Kaiden, I need you back. I need you here. I'm like,
I sure was. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed to admit that. I told bro, I said, please come. And he always talk about, you be manipulating me. Bro, nobody want to hear that, man. But man, let's get back into this conversation, man.
Christian, I was doing some work over there, but in the midst of it, I heard you. And one of the things that rings to me is that you have a strong relationship with your mom.
Yeah.
A very strong relationship with your mom. Growing up, there's two different types of moms. There's a mom who supports you, who is, whatever you do, son, even if I disagree with it, I'm all in, I'm all ears, and I support you. There's also going to be mothers who is the exact opposite, to where they aren't as supporting, or they are, in other words, begrudging you and belittling you. Do you think that you were blessed to have that kind of mother in your life? Do you think your life would be different if you didn't have that mother who was supportive of everything and anything you do?
One thing about my mom is that she's supporting, but there's a fine line in supporting and then upholding someone in their wrong. My mom has never been that person. She's the realest person that I know. People laugh about it all the time. Coach Jones would be on me the entire game, yelling at me, hey, in my face, getting me to play, pumping me up, whatever it was. And then, man, I leave the game, I get in the car, and my mom doing the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up, hey, if you can't hear from your mom, then you ain't gonna be able to take it from nobody else. You know what I'm saying? If your mom can't get in your face and do this, do that, you're not gonna be able to take it from anybody else. And so that's how I always grew up with her. I think that I'm blessed to have a mother like her that cares enough to make sure that I was always in the right position as far as knowing, hey, this is wrong, this is right. It's as simple as that. I think that a lot of kids nowadays parents don't parent their kids enough to where it's like, hey, this is wrong, this is right. No, it's either, hey, you're wrong, but it's okay, it's all right. Nah, like my mom has never been that mom. It's, hey, if you're wrong, you're wrong. And there's gonna be consequences for the wrong, rewards for the right. But even in doing right, I won't say rewards. I say even in doing right, hey, like you you're supposed to do right anyway.
Yeah.
So what's the point of like, you know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of it now, especially in Monroe. Like when it comes to basketball, parents pay their kids, hey, if you score this amount of points, or if you get these amount of assists, get these amount of rebounds, then I give you this amount of money. You know, like that's not. They're supposed to do that anyway. They should be wanting that for themselves anyway. Like now, if you don't really love the game, you're just out there, that's fine. But man, if you really love the game, you're not taking money for something that you're already supposed to be doing. So I would say my mom has definitely always kept me grounded, and she's the best mother that I could ask for.
One of the things that I'm most interested in, and I told Hill this, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell this to you, but also like one of the things that I'm most interested in is that I see the labels like the D1, and I see the labels, the accolades, the scoring, and all of that. One of the things that I'm more interested in is understanding the person behind the scoring, understanding the person behind the label, and so that's why I never will ever boost your head up, or I never will justify your ego if you do have any, which you seem like very humble, down to earth, very good. But I always want to know the person behind the label, because in a world to where now I feel like we're so disconnected, we go on social media and then we're seeing this perfect portrayed image of what life seems to be. We see this person in the Lamborghini with a chick beside him. We see this person with $1 million in their bank account. We see this person at the strip club throwing ones and hundreds and at the strip club. So we see all these flashy, flamboyant things of life, but we don't necessarily see the person, the struggles, the pain behind it. So I'm more interested in the story that you have more than the accolades. And so one of the things I also paid attention to is that you mentioned men's mental health, how it's extremely important, but also how it's extremely disregarded. At least I feel it's extremely disregarded. When it comes to your mental health, have you had any troubles or struggles with that, especially considering that you play a high pressure game where you must perform?
So I'll start from high school, and then I'll come back to college. In the summer of 2022, I was involved in a 4-car collision. Really, really bad car accident. It was terrible. Man, like I had suffered injuries all down the left side of my body. I had 3 broken ribs, a punctured lung, a laceration, which is a cut in my spleen, that later on I found out like I could, if that would have kept on bleeding, then I would have bled out internally. Man, so like I think that after that car accident, like I've always been the person like, man, I ain't worried about no shrink talking to nobody about my feelings. I ain't trying to do all that. Like I'm tough, like, you know what I'm saying? And so man, my mom ended up, she didn't tell me, hey, this is a shrink, you're going to him, or this is like a psychologist, you're gonna go talk to him. It was more so like, hey, this is a life coach. And so she put it like that. And so when I think about it, I think I like the sound of like that coach on it. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's a psychologist and he's a shrink and he wants to talk about my feelings and things like, I'm looking at it as like a life coach. Okay, so I'll go do that. I think that was a great thing and a great deal for my mental health. Man, like that helped me a lot with just bouncing back so quick.
Can you take me through that? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can you take me through that? If I was a fly on it, like in the car in that moment, when the wreck happened at the hospital, I can only imagine so many things going through your mind at that moment. How old were you back then?
I was, let me see, 20. That was the year 22. I might have been 16 or 17.
Was basketball the mind at that age for you?
Yes. No. Basketball was the main thing. I had just came off a great sophomore season. I had a really, really good year my sophomore year, and then I was looking to just keep progressing and stacking on top of that.
Did you feel as if you would never be the same at that moment? Like, do you think you would never be the same?
I think so. The collision happened. I made it out. Me and my brother, because my brother was in the back seat on the right side. He was okay. Everything perfectly fine. I got out of the car. I climbed over the armrest. Had to get out on the other side because my car door was jammed in. I climbed out, laid in the grass for a second, called my mom. Like, hey, look, she's panicking on the phone. So I kind of just like crawl over to the fence and the fence literally right there by Renwick Street. Right there going over by Carroll. I sit up against the fence and like my life is like flashing, like, and I'm like, bruh, like this might be it. You know what I'm saying? Not just for basketball, but just like life in general. You know what I'm saying? At that point, I'm not even thinking about basketball. I'm thinking about, hey, like, I didn't have a chance to, you know, do all these different things, different deals, you know what I'm saying? And so that's the way that I kind of looked at it. It was bigger than basketball at that point. And I think that ever since that, I've kind of looked at the whole life perspective, not just basketball, but how basketball can help me connect with other people and connect with, like that this may be my calling. This is where I need to be in order to continue to bless other people, you know what I'm saying? And then also, man, like not taking it for granted. I think that a lot of people take their sport for granted, and then when it's over, you're like, hey, man, I wish I did this, wish I did that. I think that I've taken advantage of every opportunity that I've had with basketball since that wreck. It set me on a straight path. I think that it put me on the straight and narrow, and I haven't looked back since.
In what ways did that wreck positively change your life? The reason why I ask is because a wreck happens to me, I'm thinking about all the negative things. Like, man, will I be able to walk again? Will I be able to breathe again in the proper way? Will I be able to do all these things that I would typically used to be able to doing easy with no hardship and no trouble? I'm thinking about all the negative things that I won't be able to do anymore. But for you in that moment, what was going through your mind, the instant moment that you went through that wreck?
The instant moment that was going through my I say during the wreck, man, I'm just like, hey, like hold on to the wheel, like let me just not, you know what I'm saying? So I was just thinking, hey, like, is he okay? Like, is my brother okay? That's the first thing that I thought about before.
Why are you like that? Why are you like that? The reason why I ask is because I see a common theme of you is that you don't think about yourself, you think about other people first, and then you are just that giving person. Why?
I look at it as Jesus did the same for us. God did the same for us. Gave his only begotten son, you know, and he died on the cross for our sins. You know what I'm saying? So there's always a sacrifice. Life is one big sacrifice. You come here knowing you're not gonna be here forever. Sacrifice. I think that everything comes down to sacrificing something. And so my thing and the way that I look at it, and especially when that wreck happened, and I wasn't a selfish person or a conniving person before. I think that that wreck just opened my eyes wider to the fact that, hey, like be more selfless than what you already are. And that's kind of how I look at things, man. Like I tell people all the time, like if we fall off, and we kind of talked about it out there, like I'm not gonna be that guy that's like, hey, I'm not associating myself with you. Like don't talk to me. I don't want to hear from you no more. Man, if you want to talk, or if you ever like, hey, look, man, I want to run this by you, like, yeah, that's good. Now, there's a difference between me just helping you out and hearing you out and being that person for you versus, hey, you're in my circle. You know what I'm saying? Those are two different things. But I think that wreck just put me in the mindset of, hey, like, be more selfless than what you already are.
Do you think you would be the same if it wasn't for family?
I think that I would be the same. I think that what God has put upon me is it helped with family because family brought it out of me more. My mom kind of brought that out of me, and I think since coming up, being raised under her, she just kind of showed me, hey, like be yourself, no matter what, be yourself. And I think that I already had that in me, and she was kind of just like, don't be afraid to just be yourself.
Have you ever had consequences for being yourself? I think because we all, I'm going to be honest, I used to want to be down with this certain group in school because I wanted to appear cool. I wanted to appear part of the cool kids, because if not, I was going to get bullied. I was going to get talked about. You lame. So I wanted to be part of the cool group, and that means I had to do bad actions. That means I had to curse. That means I had to be a class clown. That means I had to do all these things that I didn't really want to do to appear cool. So The real version of me was that lame geek guy with the glasses on, reading the books, answering all the questions the teacher asked, then say, hey reader, hey teacher, can I be the one to popcorn read first? I'm that type of person. But I was rejected for being that person. But that was who I was. So for you, were you ever punished, ridiculed, or criticized for being who you were?
Definitely. That's life. I have always been that kind of, because I'm not going to change for anybody. Nobody's going to make me change myself. I am who I am. Like, I'm going to stand firm in that. I think that the biggest thing on the journey and the walk that I'm on is that I lose people, I gain people, they come, they go. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's the biggest thing with me. And it might sound like, oh, he's being, you know, but I don't care about losing. You know, hey, if you want to go, then that means you were meant to just come for a second and then leave. Like, I'm not tripping. But man, like the big three things for me, like I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't party. Man, like, you know, those are the main three things, and that's what is cool. You know, we talk about it out there, like everybody's like, hey, let's go pop it. Let's go pop it, twin. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Go pop it. Let's go. I'm saying, like, because like that's a big thing though. Like right now, that's like what's the trend, you know. Hey, let's go pop it. Like, let's go throw ones in the club. Let's go, you know what I'm saying? Let's go to the party. Let's go to the function.
And it's crazy that you say that, because my brother over here, he do not like the term YN. What's your views on that?
The term YN?
Yeah.
I mean,
let me get back to it. So the reason why I don't like the word YN is because when you picture a YN, at least in my visual, we are stereotyped. Us as black men, we're stereotyped. We are seen as ignorant. We're seen as violent. We're seen as incapable. We're seen as all these degrading self-human beings that we are. And so one of the reasons why I am upset at that terminology is because when I look at the actions of black men, more specifically, I know that we can act better. I know that we can act better. I know that we can act smarter. I know that we can act more knowledgeable and more proper than who it is that we are. And so I see and I go to these. That's why I'm the host. 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 This is the Kaiden show. We're gonna switch it. But one of the things that hurt my heart the most is that I was on Facebook and then I saw this fight in the mall. It was two young men. They were fighting over shoes, I believe, and that hurt my heart because as black men we aren't like that. As black men we should be perceived as that. So that's why I don't like the terminology YN, because I believe is only aiding the stigma and the stereotype that black men are fed.
Yeah, definitely. I agree 100%. You know, it's kind of thrown around as a slang and it's a joke right now. And like I said, bro, this world is a world of trends. Like if it's trending, then it's trending. You know what I'm saying? And I think that word and that slang is just what's trending. Although people aren't looking at it as how we're looking at it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you think about the way that we are and the way that most black men are, and you know, it all goes back to parenting. Like you got to think about the kids whose parents just aren't parenting them. Like, you know, nobody is telling them, hey, you shouldn't be cursing in front of grown people. Hey, like, be at home by this time. Or, man, like, look, that ain't what you need to be doing. Them ain't the people you need to hang around. There's nobody telling them that, and they don't know that. So it's like, hey, this is what's trending. I put on a shicey mask, I make some jokes, you know, I act like I'm hard, you know what I'm saying? So I flash my money, I flash my whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's just what's trending in it. And if you're not being parented hard, then you just look at social media, and social media is a big thing. So people just kind of go off of social media like, hey, I'm gonna just do that because that's what's going on. Hey, I want to be cool, so let me just do that. You know what I'm saying? So.
And before we go on break, we were speaking on NIL, right? Name, image, likeness. And I asked you out there, I said, do you feel like NIL is messing up the chances for people to go to the league, especially kids from the inner city, you know, that's in poverty, they don't have much? Do you feel like it's hindering them or helping them?
I believe that it's helping them. I think that coaches and everybody else in administration, athletic administration, are all making money. Everybody's profiting off of the players.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if there are no players, then what you gonna do? There are no basketball games. There are no football games. There are no whatever sport you like or you dabble into. None of that will happen if the players don't play. If the players say like, "Hey, I'm hurt. Or I don't want to play," no. For some people, that's their motivation. Getting paid is their motivation. Some people are just like that. I think I'm more of the person that's, hey, like I've been playing basketball my whole life. I enjoy getting better. Like I want to see how far I can take this. Division I is my dream. So, hey, getting paid is just a plus. You know what I'm saying? For me, that's not what I'm looking or basing my career off of. This temporary payment now, because at the end of the day, like my goal in life isn't to be rich. For a lot of people that is. For me, it's not. A lot of people are different, and a lot of people look at me and be like, "Hey, dude, you tripping?" You know what I'm saying? I want to get to the point where it's like, "Hey, I done fulfilled everything I want to in my life. Now I'm just kicking it."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I die, I can't let me get all this money together and let me lay down in my casket and go, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. So what's the point of this temporary money or this temporary lifestyle, the temporary woman, the temporary wife? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's all, you know what I'm saying? It's all pointless. But at the end of the day, like, I just want to lead an honest life at the end of the day. But man, NIL is great for some people. Some people it isn't. Some people it is. They can be deceitful. It can take over some people. But when you're getting that much money as a young man, and especially a young black man who ain't never had it, the first thing you want to do is go buy a chain, go buy a car. You know what I'm saying? Go get your mom a house, which most people look at that as, oh, that's great, that's big. But how about start a business, get your business rolling, build it up, and then you buy your mama a house when you good, when you stable, you know what I'm saying? Like things like that. Like,
Why do you feel like people live outside of their budget?
oh, for sure, the trend. It all goes back to the trend, bro. Like, dude, everybody, I promise, like, everybody wants to, man, I'm finna pull up in 3 black trucks. Like, bro, who do you have with you that just 3 people need to be riding in black trucks? Like, bro, I need 3 black, or I need this, man. I need that Hellcat, that Scat. And speaking on that, like, those are like hazardous. And like, people like die a lot just by driving those at a young age.
So my like I said, my brother over here, he actually has a ladies, if y'all watching this, my brother right here got a
I drive a Dunes buggy, and I have a Dunes buggy.
He's lying.
And you can be on the passenger side.
He's lying.
You can be on the passenger side of my Dunes buggy. You can have the windows rolled down, listening to smooth music, touch you on your thigh or not. But you know, just show.
So, how do you feel driving the Charger? Like, how do you feel like driving a nice car?
I don't think it's nice.
You don't think so?
I don't think.
You told me. You remember when you told me that you.
There's nothing wrong with a nice car.
That's what I'm saying, though.
No. Okay, this is what. Ooh. I'm going to say something. I have a close associate. Let's just say I have a close associate. This person, I'm not going to say he or she, but this person has a scat pack. Scat pack. And one of the things that I see in these kinds of people who prioritize vehicles or prioritize material things like clothing or cars or watches or jewelry is that their entire worth is attached to this material thing. It's similar to what you said about the trend, and it's trendy, and it's also similar to what you said about people, they want to go out and spend on the most flashiest things. Not start up a business, not invest in that business, and then go out and buy the material thing. They want what is trendy, they want what is socially acceptable, and they want it to impress John down the street, or Jonathan, their co-worker, or Becky, the neighbor, who gives a fuck less about them. They really don't care. Excuse my French, Mom. I hope you're not watching. But they really don't care about what John or Jonathan is doing.
I'm telling.
You want to tell
I'm
it?
telling.
Yes,
on you.
yes,
When I say
I
I'm
knew you were.
telling. Yeah, I'm telling. I'm telling on you.
But why do you think that is, Christian? That people put their own worth not only in material things, but why do you think we care so much about the opinions of others to where we will go in debt trying to please other people? We will go in literal debt financially, and rob our own selves just because we're trying to impress Becky.
Definitely. Man, it's just insane because I mean, whether you think it's reality or not, it is. I believe that people do it, one, to fit in, two, maybe they're a follower, three, maybe they just didn't have it growing up. It can be a number of things, but at the end of the day, my whole deal and my whole point with everything is literally like, dude, you can't take any of those things with you. You know, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done and you laying there on the deathbed and it's about to be done, your Charger is going to be parked outside. And what? It's going to go to a family member, it's going to go to the next person. It's still going to be here when you leave. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep it forever. So that's my whole deal with all the money and this and this and that. Like my whole deal is, man, look, I ain't trying to be rich, but I'm gonna make sure that the next person that's after me gonna be good. My son, my daughter, whoever it is, gonna be good. My family after me, generations after, they'll be all right. Like that's what I'm trying to do. That I want to build generational wealth, not temporary. Let's pop it. Wealth. Like no, like that's not what I'm trying to do. So I think that a lot of people just get caught up in the ways of the world right now.
Do you think your relationship with God has a lot to do with that? I ask because whenever I look at these people with these particular vehicles, I don't know if they are connected to God, but I know for a fact that one of the things they're interested in is getting guns, talking to as many women as possible, going to the clubs, getting drunk at the clubs, all of this. And when I look at that, I say, well, is that a God-like action? Perhaps not. God himself wouldn't want us to do these things. We are made in his creation, therefore he wants the best for us and out of us. Those activities aren't necessarily the best. And so when I look at you and I say, well, you don't party, you don't club, you don't do any of that. Hell, I'm pretty sure you sleep like at 9 o'clock. You sleep at 9 o'clock.
He get ready for his married life.
I love it. I love it. So your relationship with God, I feel, has a huge direction and a huge correlation to that lack of desire, that fleshly desire for material things. So you think that is extremely important that young men need to have?
Definitely. It's definitely important. And like, I'm not going to sit on this show and be like, hey, like, I'm a saint. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to sit up here dude, I make mistakes all the time, day in, day out. Man, I get tempted. And
he killed a cat while driving.
He lying.
I didn't do that. Hey, that truck that I got is capable of that, but I didn't do it. But man, yeah, like I could fall to temptation at any moment. My thing, and I was actually talking to somebody the other day, my cousin, and I said, man, I think we were talking about somebody and saying somebody's dad wasn't allowing them to date somebody, and I said, look, the girl's grandfather wouldn't let her go to somewhere. I said, look, eventually she gonna do what she want to do, because he ain't gonna be here forever. And so it caught him off guard when I said he's not gonna be here forever. And like, that's something that I understand, and something that when you're truly rooted, you know, man, look, everybody got a date. Like, dude, like it's and some people look at it as like, man, you shouldn't be saying that type of stuff. Like, why are you saying that? And I'm like, dude, it's the truth. No, like, people don't like to look at the truth, and I think that's why a lot of people run from it, because they're like, hey, I'm finna try to go ahead and get all this out of my system, try to party as much as I can, try to buy everything that I can before I go out. And I'm like, bro, hey, look, I'm gonna live my life the way I'm supposed to live it. I'm gonna live it right. I'm gonna live it honest. I'm gonna be grounded, try to be as grounded as I can. I'm a believer, so I'm gonna believe. And man, look, when I get called, I get called. When my time's up, my time's up. Like, and it ain't something for you to just sit up there and just think about day in, day out. Like, man, when is my time gonna be? Facts. You know, you don't want to sit up there and do that because that kind of ruins the whole point of life. I just think that while I'm here, I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna give back. I'm gonna leave my certain light on the world. You know what I'm saying? So,
do you think that helps you detach from the materialism, the material pleasures of having the nicest car, the nicest watch, the nicest clothes, knowing that it's all gonna go? Like I'm gonna die.
I drive a 2006 Toyota Tundra. My grandpa has had it since I was a baby. My great grandpa, we own a ranch in Texas.
Why do you think so many people are ashamed to say that?
Because it's not the coolest thing. Man, like I've been driving that truck for 2-3 years now, but I've been around it my entire life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Prior to that, I drove a small Cadillac CT5 or something. It was really old, raggedy. Like, dude, like I'm not like, hey, I need to go get this, I need to go get that. Like, no, I'm not itching to go get a perfect. Like right now, because gas prices are so high, I'm finna go get me a small car because that truck does use up a lot of gas. So I'm gonna go get me a small car and I'm gonna be content. I'm gonna drive it, even though you know I got a little change in my pocket, but I'm not going around. Hey, this I got this, so you know how much money I got. You won't know unless I tell you. Unless you in my circle and you know, you won't know what I got. You don't know if I got it or I don't.
Personally, me, if they was still in my circle, they still won't know what I got.
Yeah. hey,
How much money you got? How much money you got?
I'm gonna be honest, world, I only got like -$3.25.
hey,
okay, I'm gonna need $20 for some gas, okay?
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna think about it.
Okay, appreciate that.
See, I saw your bank account. I think you said $1 million. I'm not gonna lie.
The fucking lies. but here on the HILKIAH Show, we have a segment called Finish the Sentence, right? I'm gonna throw a statement at you, and all I want you to do is finish it. That's cool?
Okay.
All right. Being a D1 basketball player taught you that.
It's okay to be imperfect. Wow. It's not always gonna be right every time. It's not always about you. It's about a bigger picture, and this is also just for life. You know, but at the end of the day, it's okay to be imperfect. They taught me that it's okay to be imperfect. You don't have to be that perfect person. By my coaches at my junior college made it very, very abundantly clear before every game. He told me before every game, assistant coach Landon Lewis, told me before every game, you don't have to play a perfect game. We just need you to be the best version of yourself. And that stuck with me throughout the rest of that will stick with me forever. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be the best version of myself every time I step on the court. So it's not about, man, I gotta be this, and that. I gotta go out there and score 30. No. It's about doing whatever it takes to help the team win.
You did have a game where you dropped like 30 for the last one.
I did.
That was like crazy.
But let me just share the real point. The point that I'm getting at, man, is that you don't. That's you know, that's not something that every team needs. I think every team needs a score, but some teams thrive off multiple players scoring multiple points. Prime example, Miami, Ohio. Miami, Ohio was undefeated for a long time up until I think they were undefeated all the way to the NCAA tournament, I think. But man, like Miami, Ohio is the perfect example of, man, look, everybody gonna eat. We're gonna share it, swing, kick. We're gonna score points like that. We're gonna put points on the board. We're gonna get stops. And man, we're gonna shoot the heck out the ball. That's what we're gonna do. So I think that's basketball can teach a lot of life lessons. I've learned a lot of life lessons from basketball, and the main one is that I don't have to be perfect. Now you try your best to be, but when you're striving for perfect, when you fall short of it, you get to great. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the least that you can get to. Yeah. When you're striving for perfect. So, you know.
Don't move. Stay right there. Stay right there, just like SWV. The HILKIAH hot seat is up next.
Kaiden hot seat.
The Kaiden hot seat is up there. This don't be wrong. One is cold. Yeah, it's getting cold. You better start making some
I got goosebumps.
You better start making your overalls, all right, it's time for the HILKIAH hot seat. This is where our guest Krystian Lewis, keeping it real, raw, and unfiltered. Me and Kaiden about to hit him with 10 true or false statements, but the catch is, Krystian, you have to keep it honest. That's all we ask, man. All right, you ready? Mm-hmm. All right, number 1. True or false? You've had to act like you were okay when you really weren't.
True.
You want to explain?
That's part of being a man.
Yeah.
Like that's just the real. Obviously, we all know I grew up in a single parent household. So obviously, sometimes when I didn't really want to be that big bro or that father figure for my, I didn't want to always accept that role, but I just had to. I had to bury those feelings. So I feel like it's true. But,
question number 2. People only start respecting you when you start doing something with your talent.
True. I think that it's harsh, but it's the truth. I believe that if you're not doing anything and everybody knows that you're talented, everybody's just gonna be like, oh, he's just a pushover, or he's not even.
Is it like wasted potential?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Prime example. That's good. That's the perfect way to put it. Like wasted potential. Like, what are you doing with your life? Like, you can be doing this. Like, why aren't you doing it? I think that's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Number 3. True or false? You felt alone even when you were surrounded by people.
False. I don't think I've ever been in that point where I just felt alone. My family do a good job of always sticking around. Like I don't have that many. I don't have that many friends, so to say, that I can just like call up and hey, let's go kick it. Yeah. Like so, I don't really have that. So it can be easy for other people in my position to feel lonely, but I never get to that point because I've always had my family backing me and everything, and I always talk to them. I call on them.
Number 4, you've questioned your purpose outside of what you do.
True. I think the biggest moment for me was the rape. I think that was the biggest moment. Man, I questioned it and I was like, hey, am I really supposed to be doing this? Is this a sign that this isn't what I need to be doing? It's not what I'm supposed to be doing. But I think that taking the steps to keep on evolving in my game and then in my personality on and off the court, I think that it all came together and showed that that's what I was supposed to be doing.
What did the rape teach you? What was the lesson you learned from that?
The lesson I learned is to not take anything for granted. I think that's the biggest one. Not take anything for granted and just to always be, humble in everything that I do. So that's just the biggest thing for me. Yep.
All right. My bad, y'all. Number 5, true or false? Or is it me? You already did 4.
You are and should never ever be the host again.
My bad, bro.
Of anything.
My bad, bro.
No.
Give me some grace.
You're not forgetting.
Then we were just talking about grace.
It is your turn.
Okay. Number 5, didn't we just talk about grace?
I'll give you a grace.
Bro, thank you, bro. The hate. Yeah. Number 5, true or false? You've had to grow up faster than most people your age because of life situations.
True. 1,000% true. 1,000%.
Now he passionate about that.
Man, that one's real. That one is definitely real, man. Like from having a single mother.
Yeah.
Being a father figure for my little brother, being a role model for my little brother, being a role model for my little sister, and now being even bigger brother for my baby brother. Those are the main things for me, and then obviously, like I keep going back to it, but the wreck. Obviously, those two things are the biggest for me. So
I feel like that's your testimony. That wreck. Yes, for sure.
Yes. It's a story that I tell to everybody. So
man,
do you feel like you have to be a mentor for other people? Like for example, your brother.
Definitely, 100%.
Is that a lot of pressure?
Anybody who wants it, I can be that for you. I definitely think whether grown, young, older than me, way older than me, I've always been a listener. So I can listen to anything, and what you tell me, I can give you feedback. If you don't want feedback, that's fine. But I can always be a open ear. So
number 6, you've lost relationships because of decisions you had to make for your future.
Yes. That one is now that moves to number 1. True. Like I said before, bro, I have people moving in and out of my life all the time. Meet somebody, I may talk to them for 2 weeks, never hear from them again. But that's just the path that I'm on. Like high school, like I love my classmates to death. I don't know if they're gonna see this, but I love them to death. But like, bro, like I never really went and like just kicked it with them because I knew what my future held. You know what I'm saying? I knew what I was gonna come to. Like I still have homeboys from my class. One that I won a championship, couple that I won a championship with. One that was on the football team. We still cool to this day. I just saw him just a second ago. Man, like they're all my guys. But you know, at the end of the day, and I wouldn't say that I necessarily lost them. Like we still talk and every time now and then we'll kick it or something like that. But most of the time, like bro, you're gonna have to make sacrifices, and those sacrifices are sometimes friends, lifelong friends. I had a friend that was like my brother in middle school. Like Christmas break, who do you know their friend spends the whole Christmas break with them? He lived at my house. So we still talk from time to time, but like I branched off to Wiseman, he still went to West Monroe, and it was just kind of like, hey, like I got this going on over here. Like we didn't talk as much for some years, we fell off, but bro, like sometimes you have to make sacrifices at the end of the day.
Was there any sacrifice that was too hard to bear on you?
I think with every sacrifice, there are always like repercussions, like as far as feelings go. I definitely have hard feelings towards every sacrifice that I make, but at the end of the day, I know that I'm going to reap the benefits of the decisions that I make. So with making those decisions, I make them in confidence. I make them in confidence that, hey, it's going to be all right at the end of the day. Whoever is with you, and whoever's not is not. That's how it is for me. So,
number 7, true or false? There were moments you felt like nobody really understood what you were going through.
True. That's almost every day. That's every day. Nobody in high school, nobody understood why I was waking up at 4:45 in the morning, going to the gym at 5:30.
That dog.
So like I love that. Man. Everybody's like, bro, like come on, yeah, like what are you doing? Like I'm getting to class. I'm trying to like stay awake. Teachers mad at me. You know what I'm saying? And like, what are you doing? Like, come on, bro. Like, or bro, why you won't just come with us like tonight? Like, what's like?
You know what his life sound like? They need to make a Netflix series about his life and cast him as like this star basketball player.
You know what song is playing through my head right now?
What, Meek Mill?
No, like Tupac, Ambitious of a Rider. Because for some reason, you have so much ambition. Like that's the ambition.
And we don't want you to lose that. Don't lose that.
Nah, bro, that's just something that's instilled in you early on. I feel like I knew because I was kind of always, you know, kind of like looked over sometimes. I think that's why I think that way, and I think that the only way to gain that what you want is hard work. You gotta work for it. Like I like hard work. Like I like to get better.
What is your reason why? The reason why I say is because the stronger the reason you have for continue to going and do something, the more you're allowed to handle those hardships, those sacrifices that you have to make, because you know that you're making it for a certain reason. A certain reason, right? And so, is it something? I want you to think deeper beyond just basketball. When I ask what is your deeper reason why you get up at 4:44, go to that gym, sure it's for basketball, but is there any underlying reason behind that?
I think that is for. I think like deep down, wholeheartedly, I believe that it's for my my great grandparents. Like I love them to death. Like they were my everything, bro. Like so, I think that the reason that I do a lot of the things that I do is for family. Not just my great grandparents specifically, but for family. Man, like I'm in the position to where my cousins look at me as, hey, that's the blueprint, or like, hey, like we should just follow what he's doing. So that's why I look at it like, hey, man, look, I'm gonna be inspiration. I'm gonna be inspiration, not just a basketball player, but an inspiration of life. So that's the way I look at it. Like as a light, be a light to your family. Shine a light on your family. Shine a light on your family's name. You know what I'm saying? Like I wear the name Lewis on the back. Everybody knows me as Krystian Lewis. But that side of my family nobody really knows about. But my name was previously Krystian Antonio Fierro. My family in Texas, they're all Mexican. So I like to shine a light on that name. I got the name tattooed on the back of my leg. So like that's a name that I want to shine a light on, and you know, just like be that symbol for it. So.
Family, hold on real quick. Family. My family. Y'all just heard K. Lewis. I'll talk about how his cousins see him as a blueprint. I got one question. If y'all watch this, do y'all see me as a blueprint? I don't play sports like the rest of y'all, but I'm doing something with myself. but you got it, K. I'll do though. Thank you.
Number 8. You've ever felt pressure to be strong even when you were breaking inside?
True. All the time. Like a lot of these true or false questions got a lot to do with growing up in a single parent household, like watching my mom go through a divorce, like being strong for my siblings, being strong for her. I mean, and even after the divorce, like showing like a life continues even after somebody that was so big, and then the decision being made was like detrimental in your life. Like you can keep going and keep growing, keep progressing, progressing. And so, I definitely always had to be like a rock.
Do you ever feel helpless at times, or in those moments, like watching your mom probably cry, or watching your mom struggle, whether it be financially or whether it be just emotionally, she's just drowning herself out and losing herself?
It's funny because all the time I tell people, like, moms are like a kiss on the cheek, kiss on the forehead, and hug this, hug that. Like we don't, like in our household, we're one of those households that's like, hey, I love you. I don't have to tell you every day that I love you. I love you. Like I think that, and some people look at that as bad, and some people look at it as good. But like we're not like the nurturing type. My sister is, but like me, my brother, we're not like hugging each other like every day. Like, bro, I love you, bro. Or I'm not hugging my mom every day. Hey, mom, I love you. Like kiss her on the forehead, she kissing me on the cheek. Like we're not doing all that. I'm just like, mom, like I'm here for you if you need me. Let me know if you need anything. I love you. And I keep it pushing.
That's a king right there. That's a black king. When on TikTok, you saying, I'm black king. All right. Number 9, true or false? You had to learn who you can trust the hard way. I
I think that's true in some instances. It's true because, like, my mom is really good with seeing who's for you and who's not for you.
Man, my mom got that effect too.
She got that.
And your mom got that effect because, you know, out of everybody that you met, your mama said, when you say your mom was like, I like this one. She said, like, I was a slave. I like that. Remember that?
Nah, that's real though. Like, moms can tell, and so I think that anybody that was ever not for me, like, my mom lets me know.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes I like to go against the grain. So sometimes it's like, hey, I'm finna prove you wrong. Like, I feel like this person may not be good, and I've always been the person that's like, I'm gonna see the best in everybody. So I'm gonna always be that person that's like, I can help this person change, or I can fit this person to help this person to stay into my life, or keep them into my life.
So much of you.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, you always want to be like, hey, I can see it in this person that they're good. Nobody's brought it out of them though. So I'm always like, hey, I'm gonna be that person for you, and I'm gonna help you be that person. So my mom is always like, hey, look, cut ties, leave alone. It's done. I'm always like, hey, look, this person has potential, and I think they have certain aspects and traits about them that can help me, and I can help them. So
I feel like when your mama started telling you, I had a dream about that friend, that's when you cut that shit off completely.
Oh yeah. When she have a dream about it, I'm like, see, my mom's way of doing it is going and telling other people for them to come and talk to me about it. So when my mom go tell somebody, hey, you need to go talk to them about and tell him to get away from this person. That's whenever I know, hey, I need to stop.
Facts. Man.
Number 10. You're still trying to figure out who you really are when nobody is watching.
No, false. False. I know exactly who I am. I feel like I know what I'm here for. I think I know what I want out of life.
When did you find that clarity? This is what I'm here for. This is what I want out of life. This is exactly my path. When did you find?
The ring. All right. I just wholeheartedly feel like that's whenever I realized and everything became clear for me of what I wanted out of life and everything that I wanted to accomplish, and that gave me an understanding of life can be taken in an instant. Like, when it's your time, it's your time. And that's why I'm so comfortable with the thought of, hey, in the afterlife, I'm going up here, I'm going this way. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm so comfortable with, hey, everybody got a day.
Yeah, facts.
Now, if you're ready, then you're ready. If you're not, then you're not. But hey, either way it goes, you can be ready or not ready. You will go.
Ready or not.
Ready or not. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't be like, oh, no, I don't want to go. It's not time yet. No. Because that car wreck happened, boom. And I wasn't able to be like, come on, nah, I'm not ready to go. And then everything was magically healed. No, it was, hey, all right, I'm gonna grant you, you know, let you live. And so I kept living, and now I'm trying to live the right way.
Man, he got a Netflix series, like, bro, you bro. Hey, Netflix. I don't know if y'all ever watch it. I don't know who will ever come across this interview, but come across this. If y'all watching this, take a look at the infamous Krystian Lewis, man. Listen, y'all need to go get him on a TV show. He already got acting abilities, bro. Like, y'all make that. He got a Netflix story. Like, he do like an all-American type of thing, don't he?
Yeah, and then like, it should be on all streaming platforms.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. I'll be tuned in. Episode 1. What do you feel like season 1, episode 1 be the name of?
Bro, you don't know it's always funny. Like, you ever watch like a TV show and then the first episode be like pilot?
Yeah,
I've never understood what that meant, but I was like, if I ever have a TV show, bro, the first episode is gonna be pilot.
Wow.
Just pilot.
The first time it aired.
Okay. That makes sense. So So that's when I'm pilot. It's gonna be pilot. So I think that's the first one.
Nah, that's gonna be hard. I'll be tuned in like crazy. Yeah, I'll be tuned in. Yeah. But let me throw a bonus real quick. A bonus. We're gonna do a bonus. I don't usually do this with guests, but we're gonna do it with Kayla because we feeling the chemistry. We feeling the vibe right now. And I said this earlier. Wiseman or Washington. I want to see where your ego. I want to see his bad side real quick. Break his bad side down real quick.
Wait. So when you saying like choose?
You know what? This ain't no true or false. Wiseman or Washington.
Well, I mean, bro, like you already know what I'm about to say. He know where it's gonna go, but like I'm like, bro.
He said Washington on camera, by the way.
No,
I forgot about that.
all day.
So
all day.
whatever he said, the lie.
I think he said
the dub, all day long, bro. Like, it's not even like, bro, I graduated from there, won a championship out there. Like that's home for me.
Yeah, he bleed the.
I'm up there 24/7. You know, so that's home for me. You know, I can't.
Y'all heard it here. Y'all heard it here. He chose Wiseman, so y'all know where his heart at is with Wiseman.
Standard, bro. It's the standard.
And the blue red. Yeah. And that's a wrap on the HILKIAH Hot Seat. Big shout out to K-Lou, man. I feel like K-Lou, if he'll put you on his Osland, oh my God, he'll do you so wrong. Because have you been seeing his highlights? When he dropped them 30-point games?
I know I'm missing.
He gets straight to his knocking down.
You got a midi jumper?
He got a nice ass midi jumper. Oh my God. Put that leg up like that. Oh, that leg up. I'm talking about. Oh, man. But keeping it real, if you're loving this conversation, make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment, and even share the HILKIAH Show with someone who needs to hear this. We'll be back in a moment.
Hello, everybody. I'm John Jeter, proud owner of Enoch's A Cafe, located at 504 Breast, directly behind Enoch's Pub. Here at the cafe, we serve all kinds of different beverages, smoothies, milkshakes, tea, loaded sodas, and of course, coffee. We also serve a wide variety of food, including wraps, breakfast burritos, New Mexico style breakfast burrito being the big one, and more to come. We also serve baked goods by Good Measure Baking. So come in and see us. We are pet friendly, wheelchair accessible. We have a textbook, legal book library, a kids area, nice patio outside. Come relax on. Enoch's is also open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Make sure you come see us, drive through, or come inside. We'll take care of you.
Before we end it, I just want to shake your hand and say I enjoy you so much, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Man. But as we come to a close, I'll leave you with one final question. If you can describe this world in just one word, what would it be?
Opportunity.
Wow.
I say opportunity because it presents itself every day. You wake up, you go to sleep not knowing if you're gonna wake up. You wake up, you get an opportunity to get out the bed at a certain time or not. Man, like opportunity leads into choices every day. Man, like you get a chance to either seize the opportunity or just let it fly by. I believe that each day you're just presented with an opportunity. At the end of the day, you can be better or you can be complacent. But I think that this world is full of opportunity. And I think that in many lives, some people take advantage of it, some people don't. I would encourage everybody to take a huge advantage of just the opportunity at hand every day. From when you wake up in the morning to when you go to sleep at night, and before you go to sleep, to pray to God and thank Him for just the opportunity of waking up each and every day. But the biggest word I think for this world is opportunity, because there's so much of it. There's so much of it that goes around and comes around that, it'll never be a point in time where there is no opportunity for anyone. When one door closes, another one opens. When that door closes, the next two open. And at that point in time, you're presented with a choice of walking through which door you want to go through, or what path you want to go down. That's the main thing. Opportunity is just it's everywhere. There's a poem that I love. It's a poem about two roads diverging into a yellow wood, and so there's two paths, and it's basically a poem. Basically ends in saying like, I chose the road less traveled. That's the way that I think about my life. Like, I'm always choose the road that nobody wants to go down. The road that may be harder to some people is what I would rather go through than just taking the easy route. You know what I'm saying? So there's two roads to the goal. Some people want to get straight to it, but with going straight to it, there might be a bear sitting in the path. But you looking at it as, hey, it's right there, I'm just gonna go there. Now this road may take you through all around, you know what I'm saying, through Timbuktu and all that, take you everywhere, but it's gonna get to the goal eventually, you know what I'm saying? So I'd rather take the road less traveled. But at the end of the day, the word for this world is opportunity.
The same thing?
Ooh, yeah, I want to go impromptu, so we're going to go off script. Okay. It's a question that I want to ask you that I never asked you. If God displayed a slideshow of your life from where you are right now to everything that you've experienced before now, and if God has shown you, and you don't know, if God has shown you this is all that you're going to go through, would there ever be a scene, a moment in your life that you would delete and say, no, God, please don't bring me through that. Please don't take me through that scene. I don't want that scene.
There wouldn't be. I don't think that there would be, and I don't think that God would allow that, because every scene is a part of who I am now, or it's a part of the reason that we're watching that slideshow. At the end of the day, when we all die, you face a judgment day. And I believe, man, you sit down and your life flashes before your eyes, and there's a picture and there's a slideshow, so to say, that shows you everything, man, and everything is meant to be for a reason. Everything, the way that everything fell and the way that the dominoes and the chips fell are all for a reason. But I wouldn't delete anything out of my life, bro. Like the mess ups, the failures, like we just talked about, like all that stuff I keep in there. Me being a single parent household, that's crazy to say, but it made me who I am. Everything that's happened so far in my life, the wreck, everything has made me who I am. So I wouldn't delete anything. I wouldn't change anything about my life. I wouldn't take out anybody. I wouldn't add anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I probably delete this interview. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm joking. I love this show, bro. It's been amazing, bro.
But let me say something before we end it. Dear Tulane University, not only that you guys are getting a great basketball player, a wonderful basketball player, but y'all are getting a great man. When he comes touchdown at that campus, y'all are getting a great man. He's going to set an impact. He's going to be a positive impact, and also a beautiful soul for the other kids around campus. He probably inspired someone with his testimony story to uplift that school for a better spirit. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Krystian Lewis.
Believe in yourself, man. Believe in yourself. I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your story, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it,
man. Yes.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it.
And if you're loving this conversation, make sure you drop a comment, and share the HILKIAH Show. And also keep staying in tune, inspiring.
Wait. You said the HILKIAH Show?
The Kaiden Show. The Kaiden Show, my bad. Remember, no matter who you are, where you are, or what you're going through, you deserve to be seen, loved, and heard. Until next time, this is the HILKIAH Show. Checking out.